Huh? GM, VW, BMW, Daimler, Toyota, Honda, Kia, Ford, and anybody else that's out there is going to be making. Everybody's got to get a gold star on their forehead. It doesn't work that way. There's a possibility that they'll be able to survive. It isn't going to happen.
Time to say goodbye.
Welcome to Munro Live. This is the cable that we're never going to see again. Drop that thing. Okay, and the best news ever was when Ford decided that they were going to go and take the Tesla approach. And the second best news ever was when GM followed the lead of Ford. I'm telling you right now, the world is a new place. I don't care what anybody says. This is going to be huge for electrification. And all those clowns that used to write little notes about, well, Sandy Munro doesn't know what the hell he's talking about, you're all going to lose.
Tesla owns the gas stations.
There you go.
So think about it. Imagine if you were driving an internal combustion engine vehicle and everywhere you went to fill up, you were filling up at a General Motors filling station. That's the equivalent. Think about the revenue that will be generated from all the future charging sessions. And where does that revenue and that profit go? Tesla Motor Company. Absolutely mind-blowing. All the other charging infrastructures, all the other charging companies are now at a huge disadvantage. And other OEMs, if you want to play in the United States, you better think about announcing very quickly that you're switching to NACS.
Probably for sure at Volkswagen, they're slitting their wrists. Because this is the biggest game changer could possibly happen. Because you cannot count on, and you think I'm kidding, this thing is really flipping heavy. Corey and I, you can't believe it. And Sue's supposed to pick something up like this and plug in? What, are you kidding me? She doesn't weigh about a buck.
Sandy and I came to this conclusion about 19 months ago.
Yeah.
We help our clients predict the future. Right. Really, Sandy has been nailing it out of the park for the past, I'd say 5 or 6 years. Yeah. Your predictions for EVs in 2030 are now starting to solidify. And then your predictions on charging are starting to solidify because we use data. We make sure that we actually have data to back up what we're saying.
I mean, the elegance. I mean, who came up with this? Who came up with this monster?
A committee.
A committee. And you look at it and you go, you know what? This looks like a camel designed to be a racehorse by a committee. That's what this looks like. I always hated this thing. I always thought it looked stupid. Anytime you got to put a handle on a handle, you got a problem. The elegance associated with the Elon Musk charging system is like out of this world. Out of this world. And by the way, Elon isn't paying us to do this. Only a moron would send us a note like that. This is as plain as the nose on your face. This is the direction that the United States needs to take, and that ain't unified. That's just plain old stupid. Chargers, I get emotional.
Yeah.
Let's move in a good direction with a sane, beautiful design versus whatever that is or was. I'm back. Quick news brief, I guess. I got this presented to me a little bit ago. 2/3 of new cars will be EVs in 9 years with a question mark. And then the answer is no, that will not happen. I find it hard to believe that you can throw this crap out and expect everybody to be happy about it. And so I just like to, temper this a little bit. I believe that electric vehicles will be coming along here real soon, and the infrastructure ideas and whatnot, I'd like you to go and look up when the first gas station chain appeared. Cars came out in about 1900. Gas stations started showing up in 1913. Up till that point in time, most people would use something that they'd buy from the pharmacy. like usually raw alcohol or something like that. I think that this crap about, oh, we won't have the infrastructure ready. I think with the Ford news, that's been the best news so far this year. Ford and Tesla sharing the Tesla charging system, which is, without a question of a doubt, the best system on the planet. I mean, nobody's got anything even close to it. Just ask anybody who's had to drive both types of vehicle, Tesla and everybody else. Well, the news is that Tesla Model Y is now the biggest selling vehicle in the world, taking over from Toyota. That's big news. And with Mary Barra coming along saying that nothing is going to be profitable until 2030, that's another one of these things that looks a long ways out, but it does show something. When I'm trying to turn a company around, and that's kind of like one of the things that I do for a living, when I'm trying to turn a company around, I usually have to deal with the same symptoms and the same problems that you have when people are they're dying. Elizabeth Kubler-Ross, great book on death and dying. Denial, anger, bargaining, depression, and then the final one is acceptance. That statement that Mary Barra made, apart from the fact that she said that we won't have profitable cars until 2030, that's the acceptance. That means that GM can probably take the first step in moving toward the EV world in a sane and logical fashion. These big established OEMs really have to take stock. They really have to go through all these 5 stages. I've found it's inevitable that they have to make it. Some are faster than others at different stages, but they all go through them. And the last one is acceptance. And when they hit acceptance, that means that there's a possibility that they'll be able to survive. And I truly hope that all these OEMs will all survive, but until they get to the point of acceptance, it isn't going to happen. Anyway, a little depressing, but it is Tuesday. Oh God, how do I do this without being smug? Hey boys and girls, hi. I was just listening to Mary Barra and Elon Musk talking about moving to the North American charging system invented by Elon Musk's group over at Tesla. I don't even know how to contain myself. First off, I am delighted. This is a huge, huge change to move from something that is so despicable and so unengineering-like, that junk. This is a big move for the consumer. This is a dramatic change, And like I said, I said I wasn't going to say it, but now I'm going to say it anyways. I feel extremely smug right now. I've been trying to push this for quite a while. I mean, there's a huge difference between what Tesla has in the way of a charging system versus everybody else. I have no clue how anybody or any car company is going to be able to survive in North America unless they move to the Tesla charging system. And that's just it.
It's time to say goodbye.